For the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
You turned it. Right shot. Set up.
First play from the 25, and they'll throw. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Second down, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready? Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Ready? Hey, report.
Jackson up top again. That's to the right side and incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Now the second-year man, Devon Achane. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Once again, it's Achane. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
And just like that, you go from second and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in third and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's going to go backwards again. They went to him twice in a row. The defense stops him twice in a row for loss. And now it's fourth down. Wallace now on the return. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
13. You. Hey, middle.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Hey, Alpha, what?
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Report. Go right here. Ready, shot. Go. No, we changed it. Ready, shot.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah. We changed it.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. To the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Ravens struck first in the AFC Championship game. They're out to a 7-0 lead. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua, give it to Achane. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Hill brought in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Hey, report. Report.
Here's a run. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Here's Dobbins. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. He'll bring this back to the 10, but that's it. The drive stalls out. It's fourth and goal. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Solo left, Zion. Solo left. Go ahead.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. A pickup there of 13. First down, Miami.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Look him up on a second down and 8. Tua gonna throw. That one intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the gun, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We saw a great example of it here.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
13. You. Hey, middle. Sit up.
Hopkins sent in motion. 3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
4th down, Jackson. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Rashad Bateman, touchdown Baltimore. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this is no good. The rookie misses the extra point. We'll see if that affects him or the game the rest of the way. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 30. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Off play action, it's Tua. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He's got a man, Westbrook-Ikhine. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A huge play just before the half. 45 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
All right, come on.
Hill brought in motion. Tua to throw again. This throw right side is caught by Hill.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Oh, this is a push. He missed it. No good. And that'll keep the score right where it is. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. So we've reached halftime here in the AFC title game. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game.
Ready. Hey, 21, see it.
A pistol set with Tagovailoa. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws.
That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Throwing Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I'll tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself, understand when he had enough to pick up the first down, to get down and live to play another snap.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On second down, Chubb. And the Ravens have a first and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line. Here's Chubb. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal. Hopkins sent in motion. 3rd and goal for Jackson. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for H-Check. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tua. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. For the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
On the give, here's Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Inside the 10, it is caught. His first catch here. Again, it's Jackson. About the 4.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left.
And he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Ravens. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. One play, 70 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer.
36, Dolphins 13. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Middle. Sit on. Sit on. Hey, Ozzie. Sit on.
A first down throw for Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Off the play fake. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raven first down. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
2 and out on first down. Open man downfield is Smith. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
This is exactly what you want to do as an offense as you take the field following what they call these sudden change situations. Your defense does a great job, Mike, taking the ball away. The opposing defense now is kind of slow getting on the field. So what do? You challenge them downfield. After that successful throw, the next step is you want to come away with points.
14 on the pickup. Good for a Dolphins first down.
20 TX. Go.
Tua out quick. See what Tyreek can do. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw for Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. Let's give credit to that pass rush from making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. That's caught. It's Westbrook-Akine. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He's got this complete. That's Smith. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 37 yards. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And more of the same. Another interception. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick six.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick six here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
Now the try for an extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Throwing again, it's Tua. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achek coming out of the backfield. It's second down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to be third down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On play action, here's Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kader Tohu. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
In motion, it's Waddle. In trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
From the gun, here's Tua. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. What can they do here? This is third and forever.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on on first and second down, Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. In motion comes Walker. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try and get there on carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Jackson now. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Now it is 1st and goal. Bateman is the motion man. Here we go. One final play. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the Ravens, as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that'll do it for Greg Olson, our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. We'll see you in 2 weeks in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. Till then, good night, everyone.